Hello skiers, hello from the Alpina ski boot lab directly from factory facility in Jury, where we will talk today about A-Fit top liner that we have developed. We have been in our offices working hard for the last 2 years to develop this lightweight custom fit liner with a lot of positive effects on your comfort and also on your skiing while you're practicing it. We have found the best possible materials, but not just found. When we found what we are looking for, we went further and we developed what we were looking for together with the manufacturers around Europe to give you today the option to enjoy skiing better and in more comfort than ever before. Today's model will be Neja, who is skiing all of her life. And Neja has strong calf muscle, which means that she had a lot of problems in the past with adjusting the volume, but this is very easy to solve with Enyo, but this is just one part of it. Today we're talking about the liner. So first we want to inspect the feet. Neja, your feet are quite normal. You don't have any big bone growth. Your ankles are quite normal. Your heel is okay, but I agree that your calf muscles are quite strong. In each box that A-Fit liner comes with a ski boot, you also get volume control plate. We use this volume control plate to put it under the footbed in terms to give you the best possible connection with your ski boot. So if you have really low instep area and really narrow feet, you can add this in to increase the better connection. If your feet has a bit wider front part and a bit higher instep, remove this to ensure that the room is pretty much the right volume. It's just what you need. First, what we will do is we will allow Neja to step in the ski boot. Neja, please. Thank you. If you don't mind, you can sit down. Okay, so you know, like always, the customer pretty much you're just putting the ski boots on, and we will just buckle up like we would for any customer. Of course, we have done already all the measurements. We know that the size of the ski boot is correct, and we know all the experiences from Neja skiing in the past. Me personally, I always start buckling up on the second position, and then I move forward to the third and fourth position. You don't need to use too much of the pressure while you're buckling up. So just normal process. Buckle the top as well. Okay, so we have buckled up. Neja, please stand up. Perfect. So how do you feel? Do you feel any touch points? Is anything really annoying?
No, it's okay.
It's okay, but you know that this process will make it even better.
Yeah.
So we have removed now the liners from the plastic shell, and we want to check that both of the liners do not have volume control plate under the footbed, what I was talking about before. There's a lot of different footbeds. Some of you will get custom footbed, which is, in my opinion, one of the best things to add to any ski boot purchase that you do. And you always need to remove custom footbeds from the liner before you put them in the oven. So the liners are going into our oven. We have preheated it up to 110 degrees Celsius, and we will keep our liners in the oven for the next 3 minutes, starting now. Please make sure that you not exceed 110 degrees Celsius. You can get temperature devices that will tell you how hot the surface or the air is in your heating chamber, and you can measure them. So you open up, you measure the surface. We are now at 100 degrees Celsius, and this is the perfect temperature. You can go between 100 and 110. If you will go over that, you might overburn the glue and different materials, which is not a good thing. So if you decide to do this on your own, make sure to have a proper equipment. So if Neja would have bone growth and excessive ankle, we would need to tape that up with special foam-like stickers that you can attach on different part of the feet. But for Neja, I would say it's not really necessary because we just need to make sure that all the positioning of the ankle areas and the toe area just get a little bit more space and really get the form that Neja is looking for. 3 minutes is up. We take the liners out of the oven. We can feel that the materials are now softer. We take the footbed, we place them in. We make sure that they are at the right position. So all the way to the front, and the heel area is also lined up between the footbed and the liner. We take the liner and we put it in the shell. The perfect and the best way is to do this hand position and pretty much just press down with your wrist. Perfect. One. Speed here is quite important. The more time you will lose, the colder the liner will be. The colder the liner will be, the less forming it will make around Neja feet. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. We buckle up to the first position. We don't over buckle the liner, because if we over buckle, we are taking away too much of the form, we are taking away too much of volume, and we're pretty much destroying the liner, creating too much space. I would like you, Neja, to go normal skiing position and just knees forward. Perfect. And I will ask you to stay in this position for the next 5 minutes. It depends. If the skier is more aggressive and really want to have this forward lean position, we can make a bit of incline. And Neja, please, if you can step just with the front part of your ski boot to this incline. Perfect. And now press forward with your knees. Perfect. To do this weight distribution more forward oriented. And the fit will be even better if you are performance oriented. If you just want to have comfort and if your position is not really forward but more straight, then you don't need to do this step. So, a bit over 2.5 minutes. The inclination is okay. We can check the pressure. The pressure is, yeah, okay. We don't have too much power coming in or on the liner from the plastic. Neja, maybe you can try to flex the ski boot a little bit. Okay, yeah, the position is just right. With 3 minutes in the custom fit, I like to add a bit more pressure to the front part. So around the toes area, just because I want to make sure that now when the foam is not as hot as it was on the beginning, to press a little bit stronger from the plastic shell to the liner and to the feet to ensure that the toe area will have enough of space around toes. We don't need to add more pressure on the instep, and we also don't need to add more pressure around the ankle. We now unbuckle the ski boots. No science fiction here, just normal unbuckling, no complications. And we help the customer take the ski boots off. Perfect. We've been thinking about easy step in, easy step out with this liner as well. So the materials on the back of the liner are easy to slip in and out, but still when you're inside it grabs your heel like it has to. We take the liners out, and usually those processes, we do those processes in winter. So the temperature outside is lower than it is in the room where we're doing this kind of fitting, and we can just take the liners and take them outside for another 5 minutes in order to really lock the foam form, which will yeah, just make sure that the foam will stay like we want it to stay for a longer period of time. We took the liners out of the cold weather outside, snowing actually, perfect weather for making custom fit liner. So we will put the liners back in the plastic shell. One, remember to really press down with your wrist, otherwise you are wasting too much energy and time. We will ask Neja to step inside again. Of course, we will help her do that. Thank you, Neja. Perfect. You can sit down. We will buckle up again. So I always like to put the heel in the position where it needs to be. And we will start from the second position again. Apply the pressure, which is again not too strong, but the right amount to do skiing in it. My rule for buckling up is to use the pinky and use all the force of it. Not necessarily all of it, but if you buckle up with pinky finger, it's just the right amount of pressure. I really don't use any other fingers to buckle up the ski boots for the clients. For the strap, it's a bit different story. But, you know, just don't go too strong, especially if you have a customer who wants to experience more comfort on the top of the ski boot. Okay, so this was the first one. Okay, so we have buckled up. Stand up, please, and do a bit of walking. And please describe how you feel, if you have any problems. How does it feel? What's the fit like?
Comfortable.
The ankle is in correct position. You feel any pressure on your bones?
No.
No?
No pressure on the bone.
You're ready to hit the slopes. I wish you a lot of fun while skiing, a lot of comfort. And if you will experience any problems while doing that, make sure to come back. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.